I could see them doing something like that. Whoa! What is this place? One minute we're in an endless narrow cave, and the next... Paradise! What a beautiful place. It's so evocative of spring. And the smell. Are those peaches? It's like the utopia described in old Eastern legends. Ah, yes. The one described the record of the peach blossom was written by the poet Tao Yuanming around the 5th century. An old Chinese story about a hunter who goes through a holy finds on a mountain. Hey, Akabara! Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Astolfo has taken one of the leading roles as our companion in this singularity. On the other side, he discovers an ethereal paradise. Call this place whatever you like. What's important is that it's our hideout. Fair enough, Akabara. Fair enough. If you don't want spoilers, then... yeah. Probably not. Seeing I'm keen to burn Karna and Ozzy. Infinity, what have we said about that?
It's in a valley surrounded by rocky cliffs on all 4 sides, undiscoverable from the outside. The walls are pretty much impossible to climb, and the only way in or out is that cave we just went through. We were very lucky to just happen across it. It's the perfect place for our hideout.
Hi, Ryder. Heard the last operation was a huge success.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but we did alright. Where's the rest of his hand? Oh no!
Come on, you freed all the men in that town, right? How's that not a success?
Haven't we gone over this before? It's about the war, not the battle. Modest victories are certainly good enough for me. What matters is we just keep moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time.
Alright, Akabara. To be fair, I'm going to try and burst through this in one go, so you know. You might not be able to catch it next time, though. This is taking long, so... And yeah, I agree with CED. Karna's new animations are pretty good. I have seen that. And Infinity, I mean, you can just keep them in Second Archive Hell for eternity, you know.
That is how you can always be sure to get where you're going.
Yes, sir. But I still want you to take me along to the next battle. I promise I'll do my best.
In good time.
See, you've greatly admired. I feel like you gave some really good advice, too.
I'm just doing what comes naturally. Amnesiac that I am, don't read too much into it. That said, I've got a soft spot for enthusiastic youngsters like that. They really do shine brilliantly when they put their minds to something. But I digress. Come into my shack here and I'll tell you what I know.
Don't suppose you could also impose on you for some food? I can keep going for a long time, but when I get hungry I end up eating everything in sight. Doesn't have to be the best food, just a lot of it. You're letting them eat all your void dust, Infinity?
Sure, help yourself to the peaches. For some reason, they grow all the time here, so we never run out. You grow sick and tired of having nothing but peaches after a while, but at least we don't have to worry about food here in the Resistance. So, race shifting. Chaldea, heroic spirits, and mankind. Sounds like very important stuff. Okay, I think I got a handle on your story now.
Great. Peaches were yum yum, by the way. Foo-foo! Yes, they're delicious. They're sweet, juicy, and very filling. We haven't even finished off the official Heroic Spirit Top 10 Sweets list, so I can't be super certain. But I can say for sure, way more than a certain sly teenage servant I could say, that these peaches got a solid 5 stars. Yep, I understand how you feel, and honestly I'm a little jealous that I can't have any myself, but please, we need to focus. I will bring you a peach mash, because you're a peach. First of all, we need to go over everything Ryder told us. Agreed. Let's all make sure we're on the same page here. They can listen and eat, I'm sure. Point the first. There's no exit to the surface.
None that we've found so far, anyway. North, south, east, west, up, down, left, right, BA. Everywhere we've looked, there's been nothing but earth and more earth. No one has found a way out.
That prompts an obvious question. If there's no way in or out, how did all the resistance members get here? Everyone looks and dresses so differently, and even seems to be from different eras, so I can't imagine they grew up here.
They didn't. Every one of them I've talked to says pretty much the same thing. They say a hole suddenly appeared underneath them, and next thing they knew, they were here. Near as I can tell, it sounds like something's abducting them from the surface and sending them here. We've seen men rain down from the sky on a few occasions ourselves. There doesn't seem to be any sort of common factor in where they come from either. They drop in from all over the place as far as we can tell.
Perhaps they have some sort of trap that uses a teleportation spell, and that's what's bringing these men to Agartha, but why? What can you tell us about the Amazons?
Can't speak to the specifics, but they look to be somewhat like us, like servants. At least inasmuch as they suddenly appeared down here for some reason. Call it a hunch.
So the Amazons most likely wound up here the same way and have been abducting men from the surface. Feels like there's some sort of connection to be made there. Oh, hi! You're that boy we saw earlier. What's up? Sorry to interrupt you on your guest, Ryder.
Don't worry about it. What's the matter?
It's those monsters again. We're doing our best, but there's too many. Can you help? This hideout was supposed to be safe.
Like I told you, it's a valley surrounded by hierarchy walls. Nothing can get in here from the ground except through that cave. But sometimes when creatures that can fly over those walls end up wandering in here. On that note, I'd better do some pest control. Would y'all mind giving me a hand?
I'd be glad to. I'm only a fledgling, so I may not be of much help, but I'll do what I can. I agree. I believe we should all do what we can to put these people in our debt. Let's go, Master. Hey, no stabbing people! Jeez, I'm the only one that's allowed to be stabbed, and it was... I suppose it was justified, and it was only because Mash had me stabbed, so you know. Boom. And alright, but you can see it when you get back. Good. Stabby stab McStabberson is bad stabization. Stop critting my MHXA game. Please. I ask this of you kindly. Oh, please. Man, I got so spoiled by those damage bonuses. I feel like I'm barely doing anything as far as damage goes. And it annoys me. Where are those big numbers that I miss so? I miss them so. That was a yawn. Let's go hard on shooting. What's worse, Wyvern crit or Chimera crit? Chimera crit is worse, CD is saying. I honestly don't have an opinion myself either way. I can't check Surfeit stats, can I? You know what, this should be fine. And shooting it up with shooting Doji. All crits are worse. Gosh darn chimeras. Why is it that chimera crits are worse? I don't really pay attention to how much damage a crit does, other than that it tends to do a metric ton. That's a fair point. They are almost always Zerkers. And Zerkers get the damage plus against everything. I see your logic now, CD. Your logic has become visible to mine eyes. My eyes are opening ever so wider. And they're drying out because of that too. I need to be able to close my eyes to the truth. Riders again. We'll bring a stealth for this time. Actually, first, I want to see what Rider of Resistance can do. So, come on. I can't even see his freaking skills. Never mind. Because you can't click on these. That looks like a Guts and some sort of NP strengthening. So, yeah. Just keep a stealth here. Spriggans who are always worse. Yeah, Spriggans suck. That takes care of that. By the way, Ryder, let me ask you this purely in the hopes of jogging your memory. Have you ever heard the name Leonardo da Vinci before? One-of-a-kind genius, world-renowned beauty.
No, sorry, can't say that I have.
Ouch, I knew it's just the amnesia talking, but it's still a bit of a shock. I'll ask for the hell of it. How about Michelangelo? You haven't heard of him, have you?
Sorry, but no.
Well, that makes sense. Maybe a good friend, but he's still just an artist. There's no way he could be more famous than a true Renaissance woman like myself. I mean, I already knew as much, but it never hurts to check. Still, if he's dressed like that, but hasn't heard of Mikey, he must really have lost his memory. At any rate, based on the way you fight, your equipment, and your outfit, I thought you might have been from my own time. Too bad we never met when we were both alive, huh? Yeah, Da Vinci's got a stroke her ego, you know?
Indeed. Believe me, I wish someone could tell me just who I am. But nothing I can do for it now. Just take things one day at a time.
If you remember anything, let me know. If I learn something about you, maybe I may be able to look you up in our database here in Chaldea. Kinda reminds me of someone. I know, Senpai. Can't help but remember the Archer of Shinjuku either. But this writer isn't like him. He's got proper human allies who will look up to him, and he's doing a great job in leading them. And yet, why am I still anxious about him? Oh, Mash, why aren't you here so we could have these private questioning of our allies together, rather than have to be by yourself doing it? It's just that I think Shinjuku's events have so much of an impact on me. Can't help but feel there's more than what he's telling us. Alright, let's get back to the matter at hand. Let me make sure I have all this correct. First of all, you said that there are 3 primary regions, right?
That's right, but it's not quite the whole story. I think I'd get a bit more specific. There are 3 major cities here, each of which is the center of its respective region. Each city is ruled by a different servant and are at constant war with one another.
Oh, servants, This leads perfectly into my next question. Do the names Helena Blavatsky or Francis Drake ring any bells? They are servants who may have ended up here themselves. I don't suppose either of them is ruling one of those cities?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that either. The ruling servants keep their true names hidden. I really can't say one way or another.
I see. Figures it wouldn't be that easy. There's still so much we don't know. Are they hiding their true names? Did they forget them like you did? Are they even here in Agartha at all?
Returning to the matter at hand, there are 3 powers vying for control of this place. 4, I suppose, if you count those of us in the Resistance. Incidentally, the borders between each servant's territory are not quite clear. That is not counting those of us living in the space between territories. Various powers fight each other daily in an endless cycle of gaining and losing ground.
Tell us more about these servants.
Sure thing, but I'd say you know of one of them already, We were fortunate to just miss her, but it seems you had an ill luck to run into her yourselves. So what are you, live to tell the tale, really?
Indeed, Battle Royale. FGO Battle Royale. We all knew it would happen someday.
She's the Queen of the Amazons, the ruler of the Golden City in the Jungle, which is one of the 3 major cities of Agartha. We call her Berserker of El Dorado, after the Amazons' capital city. She and her people are the most aggressive of all the major powers down here. and also the most numerous.
Yes, we've experienced their aggression firsthand. Peaceful talks had no appeal to them. That's for sure. To be honest, I found them rather frightening. I don't blame you, considering how they started shouting "Stray Man" the moment they caught sight of you. Anyway, who are the other two powers? Yes, we would appreciate a complete overview of this area before we begin dealing with the details.
The Lord of the Powers here resides in a fortress city so brightly lit at all hours of the day that it is known colloquially as the Nightless City. I'm told it's ruled by a fearsome Empress servant, though I've never seen her myself.
Another woman. An empress, huh? The term Nightless City also kind of reminds me of Kabuchiko in Tokyo. I wonder what sort of empress she is.
The last group resides in the City of Water, located on the bank of the great underground lake to the east. Word has it that a female servant rules that one as well.
Another one? I don't know what I'm gonna do against so many female opponents. Can't imagine the other furniture saying things like that. Ha! Now it becomes clear this whole place is dominated by women. It's not just that one Amazonian town, it's the entire societal structure of Agartha. It is arranged so that men are oppressed like slaves no matter where they go. Am I wrong?
Nope, you're dead on. That's exactly what the Resistance is fighting against. Every man that falls down here ends up getting captured and enslaved by the women. Down here, they're treated as no more than pets, laborers, outlets for their owners' frustrations, or means of reproduction. They have no freedom at all. No one should be treated like that just for being born a certain way. That sort of world isn't right. I may be a worthless, powerless servant with no true memory of my true name or my noble phantasm. But as far as fight goes, that one's enough for me.
That was quite elegant of you, Ryder. You think? Does that whole macho man thing really do it for you, Master? You sure never looked at me with that kind of admiration. Astolfo... You're Astolfo. Anyone seems elegant when it's you they're being compared to, particularly someone with the polar opposite alignment to yours like him. Well, that's not very nice.
So what will you all do next?
Our goal is to find the singularity that we believe is creating this world, and destroy the escape demon god pillar at the heart of it. At the moment, all we can say for certain is that it's somewhere here in Agartha. So, here we are, searching the place 1 foot, inch by inch. We're hoping some unusual signal gets picked up by our equipment. Anyway, if this is anything like the last time, demon god pillar probably assimilated the servant acting as the singularity's core. If so, it's most likely fused with one of those 3 ruling servants. Want to say something about what he just said, but you have no idea if it's a spoiler or not. Alright, here's a good way to think of spoilers. If this spoiler was about Avengers Endgame, would posting it get you chewed out by people that have not seen Avengers Endgame? Could also be someone we know. Yeah. Now let me ask you this. What exactly is the Resistance' ultimate goal?
What else? Defeat the rulers of the 3 cities and free the men enslaved in this world.
If it's just one word, go ahead and say it, CED. I see our goals align nicely. I agree. Not just because it means I can keep eating more of these delicious peaches. And certainly not because I have a strong desire to train myself to be stronger in combat. Just like the only other Fergus, only not, might be few in number, but we're each worth 100 soldiers. You can totally count on us. You can post everything because you don't care about Avengers Endgame. That's not how that analogy was supposed to work, Kusaiku. Heading out for your lesson, Red Velvet? Alright. Hopefully still be going when you get back from it, but good luck at your driving lesson.
Thank you. This will certainly be helpful since the 3 major powers greatly outnumber us. So far, our only viable option has been small-scale guerrilla warfare, so we'd be glad to have a few powerful warriors to bolster our ranks.
You get more people to join our cause, Ryder? That's awesome. Ironic, huh? Interesting. Oh, wait, you got the wrong idea. I wasn't eavesdropping. I promised I came to give you a report and just happened to overhear your discussion. Oh, right. A bunch of dangerous pests have invaded our hideout and are swarming over our peach trees.
I see. Well, we certainly can't afford to lose our main food supply now, can we? Alright, everybody. Alright, ready to show us what you're made of, friends?
Foo! You bet. Come on, Master, let's go help them. We can get back to talking after we're done. Sorry about the yawn. Ugh. Ugh, these things. Oh, I hate these things. They were a bane for my existence during Summer Part 1. I'm not looking forward to having to fight more of them in Part 2. Well, shoot. That quick chain was supposed to kill the first one in the lineup, by the way. I don't know why it didn't. The game didn't listen to the cheat code I implemented in the last scene where I said up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. Oh wait, I forgot to say start, didn't I? That's why the cheat code didn't work, isn't it? I forgot to press start. Tarnation. Alright, shooting should be fine here. We'll still give all the votes possible, just because... why not? Doot. Doot, doot. Or not. She didn't kill the big one. Nearly did, though. Also, gotta say, I'm become very happy that we have Shooting Doji. She is definitely a really good AoE assassin. Better than my Summer Skaha, at least. Not too many bond points there, but eh. It happens. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Whoa. Oh, the whole of the underground has been revealed to us now. So we can see everything. Water City, Nightless City, El Dorado. At first, from a distance, that looked like a meteor impact site. That's kind of worrying, by the way. And what is that down there? It's not something secret that I can tap to get, so... Last chain of resistance. And it's Sebas this time. Stolfo. Bring back Chloe. And throw that on you. There we go. Let's go. Soft save is held to look at. Guess the average opinions of all the empires. Minus 300. It's all well and good that we earned some rest by joining the battle to protect this place. But I must admit, the warm light and sweet peach aroma together are making it hard to stay awake. Well, Mash and Da Vinci said they needed some time to study the new information we got, so maybe now is a good time for a break. Why don't we take a leisurely walk around... What's that sound? Oh no. Yeah! Yeah! Jeez, what did you do, Infinity? Seems the rider is teaching the men how to fight. Hey, training. Seem like it's me in the mood to train too. I wonder if they'd let me join if I sort of wandered into their way while doing my sets of Celtics jumping jacks. I'm pretty sure they'd let you join if you just ask them.
Good, that's it. Your swordplay is coming along nicely.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, this next part is very important. Listen up. Forget everything I just praised you for. Don't ever let yourself believe you're a great swordsman. Huh? Overconfidence kills on the battlefield. It gets you into battles you cannot win, and I don't want you throwing your life away like that. No matter how much you practice or how good I say you are, you will eventually find yourself outmatched. When that happens, you need to retreat. Period.
So it's really okay if I run away?
Of course, I don't know why I know this, but the big secret I learned about war is to keep fighting without ever giving up. Do that and you'll eventually win for sure.
Huh? But isn't that kind of a contradiction? Ah! Whoop. That kid just came flying in from another sparring match. His opponent is bigger and stronger, but no matter how much of a beating he takes, he keeps getting back up. His spirit is admirable, but he's so focused on the match that he's lost sight of everything else. I may be young, but even I know a thing or two when it comes to training. Damn it. I can still beat you. I will beat you.
Stop that.
Ow, Ryder.
You can stand to hear this as well. Take a good look at your opponent. He's bigger than you, he's a better fighter than you, he doesn't have a scratch on him. Do you really think you can beat him? Charging at an opponent you can't beat will only get you killed. That's not fighting without ever giving up, that's just being bullheaded. Telling an unbeatable opponent that you'll never give up no matter what is foolish. It's tantamount to giving up on life and any chance to victory. The line between bravery and foolishness may be thin, but it is there. So listen, no matter what the situation, the key is to keep thinking about how you can win and act accordingly. That's what you should never give up on. When you look at it that way, retreating isn't losing. A draw isn't losing. Hell, losing isn't even losing. As long as you never give up or achieving your goal, it means you're making progress towards it. That is what ultimately matters the most.
I like it. That's good positive thinking. Yeah, gassing species tends to do that, Infinity. It's not quite how Celtic warriors see things, but I can at least understand that position. He's not making them warriors, he's helping them go from civilians to proper soldiers.
If you need money, wait until you have enough. If you need people, wait until you have enough.
Why would you need people?
The important thing is to not lose when the odds are against you and to win when you get the chance. Now then, given all that, what do you think you should say to your opponent?
I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna call it a day and I'll be sure to beat you tomorrow?
You got it. Of course, if things look bad tomorrow as well, don't forget to say that again. Looks like you hurt your ankle. Well, we can't have you putting more strain on it now, can we? Here, I'll give you a lift on my shoulders.
Aw, he's so nice. Thank you, sir. Yeah, now I get it, Ryder. The important thing is to never give up, use my head, and stay alive to win.
That's it. Just do your best and don't push yourself too hard.
Wow, he's just oozes charisma, huh? No wonder everyone looks up to him, even with things so dire. Seems to be an old hand at this. Perhaps he had experience leading men as a general army officer back when he was alive. He also seems to know a lot about things besides combat.
Right, we tried to till the soil to make a field, but we can't. There's just too many big rocks in the ground. What? Are you serious? Alright, dig the rocks up. We can use them as ammunition for our slings. Right, if the men building the new house say they made a mistake in their calculations and won't have enough material left for the roof. What, are you serious? No problem, we'll just have to make it a tavern instead. That way you can cook things inside without the smoke filling the room and be able to enjoy the peach blossoms while we drink. Right, if the wind blew the laundry we hung to dry in the mud, but we don't have any clean shirts. What, are you serious? Well, then we'll make today into Mr. Agartha competition. Everyone will go shirtless to show off his muscles. The winner gets a week's supply of liquor all for himself.
Oh, I totally got that contest in the bag. Does that mean it's training time now? Great. I'm not very good at using my head, but I can definitely help out by using my muscles. Can't unsee him as a pretty boy now. Yeah, just a little bit. I bet Arthurgus was super into working out like this back when he was young, too. Oh, you know, I haven't seen him doing a handstand push-ups in the halls of Chaldea. Then I'll get up and do He-Man poses and smile real big anytime any female servant walks by. I think that last bit isn't so much a part of his training as it is him looking for an entirely different sort of workout. At any rate, Ryder is certainly a master of positive thinking. He really seems like he practices what he preaches, too. Yeah, I'm not much for the whole blood, sweat, and tears shtick, but maybe it's the thing to do here, huh? I believe we can put that down to the difference between a free spirit like you and the people fighting for their freedom like the members of the Resistance. Still, in a situation like this, the sort of positive thinking that embodies is quite encouraging. He has that drive, that je ne sais quoi that every leader needs. I believe that is why even so powerful a force as the Amazons have been unable to squash the Resistance.
Ryder, come quick, we need your help. Now, what is it? We were trying to quarry some stone when the rock started to just move. I think we've accidentally woken up some sleeping monsters. Oh, I see. That's definitely no laughing matter. Alright, let's go take care of this.
Good, I was just getting tired of this walk. Let's go help, Master. I'll come to you, that should make some good training. I kind of want to use Fergus Lily here. At some point, you know. I really, really would like to use Fergus Lily sometime. Golems. Why was I advised to bring MHXA along then, if it's just golems? Fergus Lily? Yeah, he's Fergus Lily. I mean, can't you see it? Lilies are the younger forms of servants, and this is younger Fergus, so hence Fergus Lily. Sound, solid logic. We're likely to wipe it this round. So Gil Young should be renamed to Lily then, huh? Exactly. Young Gil is just Gil Lily. 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 I don't know why, but that sounds familiar for some reason. Gil Lily. I don't know why. It's like ringing some bell in the back of my head. I just can't place it. I can't place my finger on it. Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't anything super important, if I can't remember. That's how it works, right? If you can't remember it, then it's clearly not important. That's close. Please, no killing of me. Yay. Doot. And that does, however, mean that when... Gosh! Spriggan. It's a frickin' Spriggan here. Now I'm angry. I have no idea if MHXA is going to get some overcharge here, but we'll do it like this. Hopefully he does. Take some overcharge damage. But I don't think it'll matter at this point, because she should just destroy. Maybe. Ooh. It lived. Okay, it lived for a single turn. Yeah, I kinda guessed she wouldn't. And you know, I didn't realize that her boost against sabers was only against saber servants until Onigishima. Is that sad that I didn't realize it until then against the saber Oni? I kind of feel like that's a little sad. Okay, now that we've studied the new information and you've had some rest, let's discuss our next move. Which of the 3 cities and their respective rulers would you suggest we pay a visit to first, Ryder?
I think we go with the water one. There's a whole host of reasons, but most important is that's where we're planning to hit it next. I've set up a small resistance camp at the edge of their territory so we can stop by there to supply.
Getting rest on the way sounds like a plan. Well, if you're all set to attack this water city thing, then it'd make sense for us to go there too. By the way, Ryder, the names Eldorado and Nightless City for the 2 other cities sound kind of familiar. Does this water city happen to have a name like that as well?
Sure does. Did I not mention it before? The city we're headed for next is called Wise, the City of Water. It's a decadent town built on the surface of a great lake.
Wise. Wise. Really? That's what you would name your city? Wise. Frontline base. Pretty quick section 5 here. Rider classes, so assassinos. And throw... Yes. Let's go. Heading to Wise. Wise. Such a silly name. Phew, this place doesn't get any less weird the more we see it. We're way underground, but we still got forests and big open grassy fields. Not that I'm complaining, this is much better than pitch black darkness. Or lava. Speaking of pitch black darkness, that reminds me. Is there any sense of day and night here?
Yes, the ceiling is covered in luminescent moss, and its glow changes according to the time. So you have a 24-hour day, just like the surface.
So that thing is almost like it's been designed with humans in mind, eh? While I'm asking questions, here's another one. I know we're headed towards a camp you built to help facilitate the attack on the Water City, but why did the Resistance choose this city for its first point of attack to begin with?
That gets back to topography. That gets back to topography.
Face many riders, your jack and shooting got some use to the singularity. Ah, well, it's a good thing I've got shooting at least. Another chicken meal. Infinity, it hasn't even been 2 hours.
Agartha has a number of rivers, and each one flows to the Great Eastern Lake where the Water City is. Simply put, you can sail upriver from that lake and get pretty much anywhere you want to go. And that is exactly what the people of Wise are doing. They're using those rivers as a means to travel with which to attack their enemies and plunder supplies. If we don't do something about them, there's no telling when or where they'll strike next, and so they're on our highest priority target.
Oh, so like the tropical river pirates of the high seas. Everything about that was wrong. And to make matters worse, he doesn't even care. So if we capture Wise and take their boats for ourselves, we'll be the ones in control of the rivers. That makes sense. No wonder you chose this for your first point of attack.
Right, if we pull this off, it'll give us significant advantage to the rest of our campaign. The other 3 powers might have us hopelessly outnumbered, but that doesn't mean we give up. Giving up is never the answer. That's why we keep moving forward, even if it's only a little bit at a time. Alright, we should reach the camp soon. There it is.
Is it just me, or does something seem a little hinky here? Please be careful, everyone. Picking up some sort of sound. Oh no. Pirate woman. 2 of them. Haha, there you are. I knew we'd find you somewhere around here. Oh, one's got good posture, the other's got good arms. Not a lot of them, but what's here is pretty good. Go on, try to escape if you want. It's not like it'll make any difference.
Damn it. Don't let them scare you, men. Remember, if we lose here, we go back to being slaves. Yeah, we already decided we weren't going to give up without a fight.
What an idiot. Whether you run away or not, you were going to be back to being a slave. But you're no use as a slave if you attack us. Shame, that one could have been a decent workhorse. Oh well, I guess it's alright, since there's plenty of others to take his place.
You...
Ugh. Okay, dudes, stop charging in here, man! You're slaughtering them. This is horrible. Master. Gotta stop him.
Slaves! You curse! You dare murder my comrades before my very eyes? You'll pay dearly for that.
Huh? Are you lot resistance reinforcements? Sure took your sweet time. Hey, check out those two. What do you think? Are they men or women? If they're women, we'll just kill them off like usual, but if they're men, check out those tight abs. I bet we could have a lot of fun with these two. I love making pretty boys like that squirm. I think I just remembered something. Something from one of the other times I was summoned. Yeah, never mind me. Not gonna think about it. Oh, that's a Fate Apocrypha reference, eh? Whether I'm a man or a woman, this will not end as you hope. On that you have my word. There's only so much pleasure and plenty to go around, you know? Girl's gotta get what she wants while she's the getting's good. So have at it, girls. If you want to have your way with them, go for it. If you want to kill them, knock yourselves out. This is our world and we do what we want. Take whatever you want, whenever you want it. That's the only rule we live by. That's the law of the great pirate princess, ruler of wise. Here they come, everyone prepare for battle.
Don't have to tell me twice. It might not be worth much if these Cretans stole my allies' dignity. Their crimes are past forgiveness, but they can pay with their lives for a start.
Oh man, things are getting intense here. Super intense, super intense, super intense. Alright, what does the enemies look like? 2 rounds. 2 enemies in the first round, both female pirates. Excuse me. Let's go full arch chain. Get some NP build up here. Since I don't trust Waver to be alive forever. And yeah, Shun is really good. I'm very much glad now that I NP2'd her somehow. The luck that must have been emanating me from that. Again, I still fear for my odds of getting any of the summer servants I want. Alright, Shootin should just kill these guys straight out. Girls, whatever. Yes, Infinity, I did thank you. I'm pretty sure I thanked you at least. Now you just have to make sure that I get Caster Nero, Ryder Salter, and Zerker Nobu. From a Summer 2 banner. From the GSSR, I want a Gilgamesh, a Merlin, MHX normal, and let's go with NP2 Melt, you know, just to solidify things, you know?
Looks like they ambushed us from the waterway we hadn't discovered. Guess our scouting wasn't sufficient.
Ryder. Gonna go ahead with the operation?
Question. The survivors here and the relief group on the way can take care of this place. The rest of us will keep heading for Wise. Now that we've reduced their numbers, they'll be spared that much thinner at their home base. So we'll take advantage of that to sneak in and eliminate their leader. It's the least I can do to avenge the men who gave their lives here.
Got it. We'll go with you, Ryder. Oh. You're not giving luck to me. Oh no. And I'll get a Arjuna. Well, I do need a 5-star archer, I suppose. When you're dying, but you remember dying is a JoJo reference. Oh gosh. What isn't a JoJo reference these days? Dark. What is not a JoJo reference anymore? Okay, so our destination is still the same. Just no rest stops on the way now. That means we'll have to be even more careful. If you plan on infiltrating the city stealthily, my skill should be of some use. We must stay sharp, Master. You know, there's something they said that's still nagging at me. Didn't they refer to the ruler of Wise as the pirate princess? Sounds like Drake. I agree, her name keeps coming to my mind as well. However, I can't imagine her ruling over a band of horrid pirates like this. Okay, that's enough. There's no point in speculating. We'll find out who this pirate princess is when we meet them face to face. For now, I think it'd be best if we keep moving forward. Perhaps it's just my own naivety that I can't imagine a country ruled by a pirate princess. Still, that doesn't mean I should just ignore it. I'll have to see what it's like for myself. If I'm ever going to become a king myself one day, I should know how other countries are run, and it's kind of like another kind of training. It's all well and good, but you're only going to end up... Stop it, Da Vinci. Don't go dashing his dreams while he's still young and hopeful. I think that's very admirable. Forward-thinking attitude, Fergus. Are you sure you're okay? You're not holding yourself back too much, are you? If you just gotta say, I bet the lady pirates back on the port side. Hang on, I missed that. If you just gotta say, I bet the lady pirates like to dock on the port side, if you know what I mean, or something else terrible like that, we'll understand. I'm perfectly okay not saying anything like that. And no, I don't know what dock on the port side means. Oh no, nothing is not a JoJo reference. No. And to be completely honest here, I don't know what it means by dock on the port side either. I'm ignorant in this. Anybody? Anywhere? You're tired, Shiseku. Well, it is pretty late for you, man. It is pretty late. Oh, it's simple as that? I thought it meant just period. Okay. Just that period. Okay. I get you. The pirate princess lewdly smiles. Okay. This whole thing is just gonna be very weird, isn't it? I'm already getting vibes of that for this whole singularity, but those vibes are becoming very solidified at this point. You are quite good. No other... I'm not going to be using any voices here because that'd be weird. No other man I've called up here has satisfied me like you have. They either tire out far too quickly or completely lacked technique. Really? I'm honored. Yes, since I've been able to satisfy her, I won't worry about them killing me. When I first got dragged down here, I didn't know if how I was gonna survive. I thought all my philandering on the surface would pay off here. What luck. Just you wait. I'm gonna claw my way back to the top. First I'll use this woman to stay alive, then you'll treat me to such wonderful sights this evening. Your lovely face has latched onto my... like a baby. Your lovely face as you closed your eyes and desperately pleaded for your own sweet release. Handsome face as you barely kept from screaming in pain? Thank you, I had a wonderful time. This will be a lovely memory. No, not at all. I should be the one thanking you. Please feel free to call on me again whenever. There's just one last thing I'd like to see from you before we call it a night. Do you know what that is? I'm worried that I think I know what it is. The look of despair on your face, as even after all I've told you, I'll end your life. Huh? What a lovely face that last one was. It's getting me excited all over again. You know what my only two teachings are? Take whatever you want, whenever you want it, and do not want what you have taken. Now that I own your body and your last wonderful expression, I no longer need them. I love how easy it is to dispose of things here in the city. All you have to do is consign whatever you no longer need to the waves. Now that I wonder what sort of man you'll take to bed next. There's no shortage of possibilities or replacements. I'll always get to try someone new. After all, you can't take what you already own. So I'll keep taking everything I don't have, everything I desire, and when I'm done, I'll throw it all away. What a wonderful way to live. Oh boy. First off, environment looks great. questionable necrophilia, very questionable themes, not surprised. Actually kind of find it hilarious, you can't take this seriously. You know, the Amazon thing, I could see, because that is somewhat culturally what they did. Or at the very least, that is, like, the extremes of it. This, however, is a little awkward and slightly disturbing. Just slightly. Well, so far so good on making it inside. Seen this kind of city before, have I? Indeed, it rather reminds me of Venice, what with all these canals. And of course, compared to that charming city on the water, yes, there's nothing charming about this place at all.
All I hear is angry shouts, tortured screams, and the din of gambling. The only smells are cheap liquor and blood. And were those gunshots just now?
Oh, trash! Oh, ugh. Just trash everywhere would suck. Indeed, there are many things that have been carelessly cast aside. Pulleys, swords, belts, blankets, wine, bottles. I can't even tell if they've been thrown out or not. Many of them seem that they could still be used. It seems as if they were thrown out only after being used once, not because they were no longer functional. I haven't seen such ritual indulgence since my days spent among French nobility. I may have even been accustomed to it then, but now... Sure feels like this place is a bunch of nasty British pirates live. We'll be in for it if we get caught. So how do we get to this ruler lady anyway?
Taking the canals would seem to be the fastest way. Shall we steal a gondola? I think I can steer one.
No, that would draw too much attention. Let us save that for the last resort and start by trying to make our way in as far as we can go by foot. Hope foe doesn't stand out too much. Foe! Yeah, cute creatures like him do tend to draw the eye. Even more when they're hanging around cute people. Not naming names, though. Moving inconspicuously and finding places to keep a low profile. They are both key skills for any good spy. I think I'd best lead the way for the moment. Keep your wits sharp and step lightly. Remember, we are right in the middle of enemy territory. Got it. Good to know. As I was chiefly speaking to you. Since this is a covert operation, we'll refrain from any unnecessary transmissions our end to. Please be careful. Everyone.
No mash.
Hold it. Is this a tavern? There are many people inside. We need to make our way behind it, but... Yeah, the windows in the entrance are totally open. If anyone comes out from here, they might see us. Unfortunately, it looks like there's no other path forward. We'll have to wait for an opening and move quickly. Let's see what things are like on the inside. Alright, last throw. Miss. Take aim and yeah! Dartboard. Right in the eye. I win. Okay then, like the boss always says, I'm gonna take what I desire for myself, hand over your favorite redhead like you promised. Alright, am I fun with them anyway? Besides, we're not supposed to want what we've taken. Still hate losing though. Hey you, get me a drink and step on it. Okay. That's a name. Yes, ma'am. What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Now my boots are all wet. What a waste. I was going to bring him home because he was a bit of a looker, but you just had to go and knock one of his teeth out. You know how you're supposed to apologize, right? Lick it up? Yes, ma'am. Come on, put your back into it. That's it. Looks like you were thirsty. Why do they do things like that? If they just wanted to vent, they would have only stopped him once. Or is the humiliation the whole point? I don't understand. How could anyone enjoy things like that? There must be more entertaining things than those pirates could be doing. This is horrible. Yes, but it's also our chance. Now that everyone is focused on that terrible spectacle, we can sneak in behind them. This may be the best opportunity we get to move in without being spotted. Means they're open to a sneak attack. Master, you're saying that even knowing full well what our situation is, aren't you? Yeah, I can't really turn my back on this. This is... Very well then, I will follow your orders, whatever they may be. Are you okay with that, Ryder?
If you insist, I guess I've got no choice. It's a question of morale, after all. Maybe risking it, we should be right knowing it as long as we take care of them quickly.
Glad you're my master, Master. You're kind of a dummy. Only not, you know? There's no reason you can't be both a fool and a hero. Many of the greatest Celtic heroes have also been great fools. It's much worse to be a coward. To be honest, I find the way these omens live appalling. I almost pity them. But I also can't turn my back on the men they're abusing like this. I may not understand what they do, but I can still fight against it. Then it's decided. Come, we shall finish this quickly. Oh, CD. So many tags. I do have to ask, does anybody have any idea who wrote this singularity? And if they got any sort of mental help? Because, wow. A guy wrote... You're not just being sarcastic saying, oh yeah, a guy wrote this. You're being legit. A dude wrote the singularity. Okay, you're just being like, oh yeah, a guy must have wrote this. Because... I think it's a little bit more than that. Higashide? I honestly can say I don't recognize that name. Which is probably a good thing. The guy who wrote Apocrypha? Really? I'm honestly not... Okay, maybe some slight Apocrypha vibes with the whole freeing the oppressed thing. Being like how Sieg wanted to free all the oppressed homunculi, but beyond that, I'm not getting too much of an Apocrypha vibe from this. Well done. We beat them before they could call for help, and luckily no one seems to have noticed the scuffle. All thanks to our good skill and good habits.
He says like there was a hell of a party in here while I was taking a leak. What are you all... What the... Who the hell are you guys? Hey, we're under attack! Damn it, shut your mouth!
Oof, one punch. Rider. Pirates must have heard that. The whole town sucks. They're in an uproar now. Just our luck that there'd be a pirate in the bathroom when this all went down. Maybe next time our habits should include clearing every room.
You can argue about that later. Right now we need to find a place to hide or we're done for.
Spoilers, you know who wrote this Shusaiku? Kind of... Would you... I won't consider that spoilers if you want to tell me who wrote this, so I can make sure I avoid any of their works in the future. Because, yeah. This one is, I mean, it's got some good humor parts, but, what I said about Apocrypha. Oh, Apocrypha's ancient, so, you know. Okay, we should be able to lay low here for a while. Man, it seems this whole town is looking for us right now. It'd be nice if things died down soon.
Do you really think they will? After we stuck into their base and took out some of their allies?
Nah.
So you do understand the mess we're in. Good, now the question is, what's our next move? We could make a tactical retreat and try again later, but even that won't be easy now.
Indeed, what's more, we're not far from the largest mansion in the city, where I presume we will find the pirate's leader. That said, I don't see how we can reach the mansion given the current circumstance. Who goes there? Suspicious. Fully aware this went through editors. Ooh, that's a good point, Infinity. This did have to get cleared by quite a few people. I mean, theme-wise, I can somewhat see some of the themes that they might be trying to project here. Themes that slavery is bad, there is gender inequality, but there shouldn't be. There are some themes that I can kind of sort of see here, but there's also a lot of tags, like was said earlier. Hi there, mister. You guys want to go to that mansion? I can show the way if you want. A child? Huh? Well, I guess we shouldn't be too surprised that the pirates might have a kid, especially given how randy they seem. Yes, this is the first proper girl I've seen in this entire city. Miss, I appreciate your offer, but we can't afford to stand out too much. You mean you want to play hide and seek on the way? Ha! You're funny. But that's okay. I know a secret path that goes right to the mansion from here. Let's think here. So, giving candy sounds like something... Yeah, I'm leaning towards the head pat as well. I'm definitely leaning towards the head pat as well. Especially just because, you know, our savior goddess sounds like it's more just false praise, like, oh, look at this girl. She did such a good job. So yeah, I think head pat is the safer of the two options. That, and I have no freaking idea where the hell we would pull a candy out of here. Like, do we have a candy on us this whole time? If so, why haven't we used it before? That tickles. But thanks, I like head pats. Master, you mustn't be so trusting. You need to be more wary around. I'd rather have a master that's too trusting than one who'd haul off and punch a little kid like this because he was wary of her. Yeah, punching a little kid would probably be a bad thing. And I'll stop on that tangent, Shusaiku.
Oh, I agree. The pirates may be our enemies, but kids are still just kids. They should be cherished as the treasures they are.
I know why you'd be wary, Dion, but my super keen senses tell me this isn't a trap. She's just a little kid. She's just a kid, and I don't sense any hostility from her at all. I agree. This girl doesn't have any weapons. In fact, she doesn't seem to have much of anything at all. She seems rather destitute, perhaps having access to all these things that have been thrown away. But never mind. I shouldn't pity her when I don't know her full situation. Anyway, we can't stay here forever. In fact, it looks like we should get moving soon. Why is that? Oh, great. I guess I should have guessed.
There they are, this way! Stay out of sight, young lady. You can show us the way once we've taken care of this. Besides, even if she does have an ulterior motive, she can't make things any worse for us.
Let's knock him out. Oh yeah, good point. With the kid watching and all.
That's gonna be a hassle, alright, but okay. After all, if you're gonna go after something, you've gotta have convictions.
Hey, I did nothing. I did nothing. Besides, you know, given that they're a banner servant, I doubt that they're actually a kid. Anyways, just saying. Heck, I think the only legitimate children we have as servants are Elia, Kuro, Miyu. Yeah, technically those three are the only ones, I think. Hang on, I'm doing some mental calculations in my head. Ibaraki is fully grown. Shuten is fully grown, just has her power drained. Trying to think who else would look like they could qualify. Jack isn't even technically a living creature or a living being. Jack is just an amalgamation of all the dead people, so Jack is more of a spirit than anything. Nursery Rhyme is a collection of stories given sentience. So there is that. Technically, Erie's fail. I can never pronounce that name. Technically, Erie would probably require a call. Um, Probably technically Mordred as well. So you best not have Mordred as a waifu. Bunyan. Paul Bunyan. Which is weird. Just in the fact that the legend of Paul Bunyan is so old. More than anything else. Can't think of many others who would qualify. They're all sprites, age doesn't matter. Oh, they're all spirits, age doesn't matter. Well, not all of them are spirits. Ilya, Kuro, and Miu are pseudo-servants, so, you know, they're technically not spirits. Mordred is... Is Mordred legal? Is Mordred legal age? I thought... I mean, IRL lore, yeah, but I thought per Fate lore she was, like, really, really young. No, I could have swore that per Fate lore she was, like, really young. Because Mordred's a homunculus. Yeah, Mordred's a homunculus. She was pretty much always looked like that since she was made. You know what? Let's see if I can't... I can't really do it right now because more story to read. Come, this way. First you turn here, then you go through this hole. Oh, bless, my beard got caught. Oh, that is a good point. Seek. Oh, that's a good point. Jeanne d'Arc, then. What does that say about Jeanne d'Arc? Given that she fell in love with Sieg. I can't quite get my butt through. Whew. Made it. Glad I didn't have to take off my waist armor and skirt. What's up? Are you wishing you gone last? You could have had a good excuse to push my butt? No, not the slightest. There doesn't seem to be anyone else around. It appears that really was a secret shortcut. By the way, I suppose I should ask, was your family amongst the pirates we were playing with? No, they weren't. It sure looked like fun, though. You were playing pro wrestling, right? That's right, we were playing pro wrestling. It was lots of fun and good training, too. Aw, man, you're just letting all kinds of stuff go by that grown-up you would never... That the grown-up you would never would, Fergus. You know, for some reason, I kind of wish you would. I see. Now I'm even more interested in my grown-up self. In the meantime, I apologize. Don't. You've done nothing wrong. Stolfo should know better than to expect you to say something like bedtime wrestling. Hey, I never gave any specifics. See, Dion, you thought the same thing I did.
We've come a fair distance now. How much longer till we get there?
Not much more. All you need to do is go through the hole in the wall there.
Zit, stay sharp.
I'll go first. The rest of you be ready to move once I give the word. Looks like we're in the clear. Okay, I'll go next. Followed by me, it looks like. Good. You're all here.
This must be the mansion's rear garden. I'm surprised we actually made it here without anyone seeing us.
Thanks, kid. We could have done this without your... Huh? Where'd you go? It's strange she isn't anywhere to be seen on either side of the hole. Perhaps she simply left when she finished showing us the way? She certainly was a smart girl. I don't like this. It could be some sort of trap after all.
Agreed. I know we said we shouldn't be surprised at these pirates having children, but that doesn't mean it's still not still strange. Case in point, we've not seen a single other child like her anywhere else since arriving. Seems a bit much just to be coincidence.
But if this is all a trap, wouldn't it have been sprung by now? I mean, we're already at our destination, right? That's true. Now that we've come this far, I think our only real option would be to head further inside. Of course, this is the heart of the city where its populace constantly steals from one another. Then they discard their positions as soon as they've grown tired of them. There's no telling what might be lying in wait for us here. Yeah, I really miss MASH. I miss my MASH. I miss my eggplant. You see, this does raise some questions about that girl. But right now we should focus on dealing with the ruler of Wise. I can definitely sense a different signal from the others than they're in that mansion with you. Please proceed with caution. My, so you must be in my time it was in such an uproar. That voice! Whoa. Drake?
Huh? Don't tell me you know each other.
Drake is one of the servants that disappeared from Chaldea, so I consider the possibility that she could be here. But while this servant may sound like her dress and manner of speech are all very different. Mash, so I finalized analyzing her spirit origin pattern. In Matches Chaldea's records, she is without a doubt Francis Drake. I'm afraid you're mistaken. My name is Dahut. I am known as both the Pirate Princess and the Rider of Wise. Dahut? I suppose that makes sense given the name Wise. What in the world is going on here? Know something about this, Dion? Yes, the tale of Wise comes from France, you see. Perhaps you've heard it yourself, Master. It's an old legend from the Britannia region. In brief, Wise was the name of the city built on the coast. It flourished as a haven of vice and immorality, but one day, either by act of God or the devil, the entire city was swallowed up by the sea. Yet even now it remains a hotbed of sin and malice, untouched since the day of its submersion, so the legend says at least. It also says the daughter of the ruler of Wise was a woman by the name of Dahut. As its princess, she set an example for her wicked citizens by stealing all sorts of things herself. It was her plundering that formed Wise an immoral backbone. Just a legend, though, right? Right, there's no record of Wise or Dahut ever having truly existed. They can't actually be real. Why, what an odd thing to say. I'm right here, and so is Wise. So welcome to my city of freedom and decadence, where everything and anything is permitted. I trust you're enjoying your stay.
I saw plenty of your pirates cruelly abusing their pets, and I can't say I found it all that enjoyable.
But now that you've seen it, surely you understand.
So is this just Drake Alter, then?
Love, pleasure, violence, inebriation, Hinduism, gold, silver, beautiful fabrics, delightful creatures, adorable creatures, their very lives. Here, nobody stops taking whatever it is they most desire. Surely you too must have thought that this is the happiest city in the world. Happy? The city is overflowing with trash, literally and metaphorically. Ah, yes, I see. You have not learned my city's rules. Let me tell you, there are only two. Take whatever you want, whenever you want, and do not want what you have taken. Yeah, that's a bit contradictory. Not at all. Put it another way. You are encouraged to take whatever you want without a second thought, but not to get too attached. That is all. Desire is supreme. You must never deny yourself what you want. What's more, not getting attached applies as much to what you've taken as to anything else. There's no point in holding on to something out of habit. Just let it go. No regrets. After all, someone else is bound to want whatever it is. In essence, my teaching is this. In each and every moment, think only of what you want, take it. That explains why the city is overflowing with hardly used junk. So the concept of ownership in Wise has changed to align with the notion that moment-to-moment desire is the ultimate good. It's a positively primitive, yet remarkably complete social system. It ensures that all resources make their way to the hands of every one of its citizens. Of course, whether that's a good or bad thing depends on if you're more into hedonism or fairness. Why would you teach such things? Rules like that will inevitably lead to chaos, to a chaotic, twisted mess just like we saw on our way here. You don't have to take in order to get everything you want. Isn't that how a sensible just world should be? Why you say? It should be obvious. This is the only way that everyone can be happy. Those who follow my rules have created a pure momentary pleasure. And if each moment everyone has attained their true happiness by taking what it is they want, then in those moments, as if everyone is happy, right? So he's trying to make all of our people happy by permitting anyone to take whatever they want? Never considered such a way of life before. And as long as I remain myself, that moment will last forever, which means that everyone's truest happiness will as well. Ah, this city is truly a utopia. Didn't you see for yourselves how all my people were smiling? Nobody has to deny themselves in my city. They are free to take whatever they want. There's no need for them to be concerned with how others may feel. What could be better than that?
Yeah, your pirates are smiling, right? But they were the only ones. This talk of happiness sounds nice, but it's deeply flawed. What about the people you take from? The ones you treat like playthings? How do you think about those men feel when you rob them of their dignity? Their very lives?
How do those men feel, you ask?
You heard me.
What a strange thing to say. Why should I care about that? I am the daughter of King Gradlon, the most beautiful, most noble princess in the world. As such, I have a right to take from those beneath me, and those I take from should be honored to have been of some use to one such as me. Surely they all understand that. Otherwise, why would the men I kill after bedding them shed such wonderfully lovely tears? And that is just as true for my people. In other words, all of Wise is my proxy. As such, anyone used by a citizen of Wise should be similarly grateful. What else could there possibly be to consider? Master, there's something I'm absolutely sure of now. Well, I maybe shouldn't say absolutely sure, since it's not based on hard data, but since I accompanied you to Okanos, I feel I should say it anyway. That is not Francis Drake. It's true Francis Drake was a pirate, and she took from those around her. But she never once said it was right. She was never completely aware of the evil of such an act. Yet she had a sort of charisma and good cheer about her that she let her shrug away the weight off of a smile. This woman is nothing like that. She doesn't even think there is a weight to her actions. Her evil is nothing more than a habit, just some normal behavior for her. And so there's no way she and Captain Drake could possibly be the same person.
Drake, was it? The name doesn't ring a bell, so she must not have been around when I was still alive. Quite frankly, whether this woman is her or not does not matter to me. The only question that I'm concerned with is, what do we do about her?
Not the person I know, gotta be her.
Good, then we're on the same page.
Habit? You're wrong there. If anything, I'm a constant sort of state of flux. I attain happiness by citing my desires, then I cast that happiness away and begin desiring again. Taking is what allows me to ensure everyone's happiness is always shifting. It's the perfect way for us to poke off the water to live our lives. That's why I can understand why you're here. You seek this happiness for yourselves. It's what you desire, so you're here to take it from me. But as I always discard all that I desire, the only thing I truly possess is myself. Which means you desire me. You came here to propose. I tell her she's way off the mark, but something tells me she's not the type to listen. Then yes, I accept. I will always desire with people with love in their hearts who seek my hand in marriage. Very well then, come, let us go to my bed and take our desires from the other. Of course, it should go without saying that I will discard you once I am sated. That is the perfect happiness of the moment. Taking what desire is how we obtain ultimate happiness. Master's not going to bed. He's going to settle this right here and now. You're right, Mash. I'm never going to that bed. Here? Now? With our clothes on. While standing up. My, how passionate. Never seen any woman as strong and as terrible as her before. Yeah, she's not all there in the head. Maybe my future self will meet many like her in Ulster. But right now, she's the first woman of this sort I've ever encountered. So I can't help but shudder I never met someone so strong and upfront about her desires. I'm ashamed of myself. How can I still be incapable of battling such a fierce opponent simply because she's a woman? Just watch after me, Fergus. Well, that's too bad. Some of you would have shined like gems with a little training, but I suppose you're just not ready to handle me. Then again, there really are a lot of you, aren't there? Not even I could handle you all by myself. So I shall call some of my maids to keep the rest of you company. Naturally, you're free to take them for yourself if you so desire. Of course, she's got a bunch of maids waiting in the wings. We need to take care of them quickly before any other pirates show up. That's fine, Infinity. Just listening is fine. 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 Pirates, pirates all around us. Pirates, pirates everywhere. Oh. Oh. Already. Well, that wasn't a long wait to get to the fight with her. I am not going to use skills just yet, though, because I do need to charge the Phantasm. 2-second lag between video and sound, in-game video and sound, or my voice and video. The game? Okay. Yep, I see it now myself. Alright. After this battle, I'll return to title, and that should fix it. I miscalculated here. Oh well. We need to get rid of these extra pirates. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell it now. Must have only just started though, at the very least, so that's good. And lower waiver. Okay. That did not do as much damage as I was hoping it would. That did not do as much damage at all. MHX Blast. Just full power / steam ahead. Go MH, go MH, go MH, go MHXA. That wasn't a very good little tune there. Almost done though. Again, what is with critical miss? Why does it appear sometimes? It like seems almost pointless half the time. Boom, boom, boom. This should be it for this fight. Ha! She got beat by Waver. Oh, that's why critical miss shows up. Okay, okay, okay. Awesome. I honestly had no idea of that. Thank you, CED. You learn something new every day. Okay, returning to title. Should fix it, I think. Nope. Maybe doing that. Nope. Alright, so we actually have to quit FGO and then reopen FGO in order for the sound issue to be fixed. Okay. Because the sound issue annoys me too. Okay, that's pretty cool. What did that... I could have swore that's never been there before. Is that like a recent addition or something? And I just miss it in the patch notes or something? Honestly, wouldn't... It's been there for a year or so now? Really? I must have just never procted it then. Another one. Okay. You know, much as I like MHXA, and I really do, I need to bring out the proper guns for this, I think. Full guns a-blazing here. Pure Assassin. Carnage. Yes, we almost got them all. Keep it up. My, so impatient. Very well then, but why don't we bolster our ranks a bit? Hmm? Which of you are expecting? We are? Then birth them? We are... Uh... There's more of them now. Impossible. It's as though they split apart like cells, creating clones from themselves.
So this is how they reproduce. I knew there was something wrong with these pirates.
This is just the way to match on your numbers. If you want to be taken by the genuine article and experience something truly mind-blowing, all you have to do is close your eyes and come to me. Oh, but this won't do. Now that you're proving difficult to acquire, I'm starting to desire other things. Quick, I must have it all. Must have everything I want. I want them so badly. I want a blue rose that has been watered with the blood of a 13-year-old virgin. I want the sweat dripping from the hands of a composer with a fatal disease as he plays the last beautiful notes of his career. I want the ashes of a book of romance whose cover has been coated with crushed jasper and human bones. Give them to me. Give me the joy that comes with getting what I desire. I'll throw away everything else I've ever wanted to get that.
You're a fool. Taking, discarding, taking, discard. You really think that's sustainable? The world's resources are finite. Everything eventually runs out. All that plundering and momentary happiness you love so much, it will end one day. It's only a matter of time until you've taken everything there is to take. When that happens, you'll be left with nothing, a void that won't even be filled after it's consumed you. When there's nothing left to take, the only thing you'll be left with is your own desire to do so. And by then, it'll all be over. You can't keep the world going if all you do is take and never produce. I don't care about the world. All I want is for this city I was given to flourish forever. To have its people live out their lives in endless joy and pleasure. And for that, I'm proud to call myself its ruler. I don't care what the rest of the world thinks of me. I don't even care if they call me a demon. I am Dahut, the daughter of Gradlan, the ruler of Wise. I am noble by birth. I am the debauched witch who turned back on Saint Gunoeli. In spite of that, my people who love the joy and take for themselves see me as their ruler. Now come, my people, sing the praises of your Lord. Let us lose ourselves in these endless pleasures. That's very sound. Ew, the pirates just did the dividing thing again. Gross. How are we gonna beat them all? Yeah, pretty much. Ha! Well said. I may not remember much, but there's one thing I still recall clearly. No matter how hard things may seem. As long as you know what it is you have to do, you still have a chance, so I'm not giving up. Hell, not knowing when to give up is the best weapon I've got. Just come on, boy. Time to hold our ground.
Been there for half a year. You see it a lot since you used Lance or Kyo a lot since she's got a crit chance debuff. I think Chloe is the only active one I use. Oh, she's got break bars. Ode to joy, there be break bars in his house. One shot from Gramps. HP and NP loss, huh? That's a little annoying. But still manageable. Embezzle. Crit stars down. Ooh, Waver. Poor Waver, he just got beat down hard. Alright. So we kill one of them this turn. The next turn we have the means to pay the bills. So doot doot doot. There we go. Oh, that Gramps chain. That Gramps chain is too tempting. Besides, she has a hole in their bar to take down, so yeah. Alright. I just gotta see if I can't remember the order with which to attack with Gramps. BAQ generates the most supplies. So we want to do B, A, B in this instance for maximum DACA. Okay, not as much as I was hoping to do. Completely honest, but now we stun her. And Shootin can get her chain. She's under skill, seal, and poisoning. Come on. Oh, you're right. I did forget to use her skill, didn't I? That's my bad. Banquet of Delight did nothing. Okay. That's good. I did forget to use her skill. I'm apparently part blind. I don't know if she's got AoE or not. I really hope she doesn't, though. She is AoE. Transmigration. Remove buff. Voyager of the Storm. That was no NP there. Interesting. In that case, we completely missed with that. Okay. Think. Backup is Astolfo and BB and Chloe. None of them are good enough. So we just hope that Waver doesn't die. If she doesn't have her NP, then what's the point of her having the NP strengthening skill? That doesn't make much sense. Okay, now is when we do a shoot an NP, lock her out of skills. And in fact, just go full attack power up. I know shooting's not the best considering her skills are so subpar, but I don't have the materials to do them, so yeah. Guarded against the skill seal. That's annoying. Almost got her though. Bye, Waver. Gramps, finish it. Remove this false Francis Drake's head. I like the victory music game, don't get me wrong, but you know, I like to see the victory screen better. There we go. Golden Rider Monument? Yep. Nothing much else, though. I mean, I guess it makes sense. She doesn't have many possessions, so... Why did that... Oh, it's only extra attack thing just pop up now, Fiddy. Especially because it was... I don't know why, but sometimes the messages appear higher up in chat than the most recent thing. Gah. How is this happening? This isn't right. All I want is to take. There's nothing wrong with wishing for my people's happiness. There can't be. No, I cannot allow myself to be taken. That would be absurd. Oh crap! We didn't finish the job. She's trying to escape. I have to stop her. But damn it! There's too many of them. She'll get away. Why is everything shaking? Foo! Hey there, Hoot. Emergency! What's going on here? Tell me everything. It's the floodgates. The city's floodgates have been opened. Water's flooding in from the Great Lake and swallowing up the entire city. That cannot be. No one should be able to operate them. I have the only key and I keep it tightly locked up in... Wait. Don't tell me someone took it while I was fighting. Just noticed you only have 20 mil. Yeah, I did a Paleogenesis on Melt earlier this stream, so... You look a right fool, Rider of Wise. Oh. Hello. That girl we met earlier.
I've forgotten about her, now that we know how the pirates reproduce. It clearly makes no sense for a girl like that to be here. Who is she?
You're... Empress of the Nightless Skitty. The Nightless Skitty. Nightless City. Assassin. Oh, so you at least recognize my face, Pirate Princess. That puts you well above those simpletons. That's the girl who showed you the way to the castle? Running analysis complete. She's definitely a servant. I had no idea. She's an assassin. Maybe she's got some sort of presence concealment kind of thing? So our plan to cut off transmissions while you were sneaking backfired. Be very careful, Soul. If what we heard is true, she's one of the 3 rulers controlling Agartha. So your name is Soul. Your assistance has been invaluable. Thanks to you, the fool's keeping this little princess here busy. I was able to get exactly what I wanted. As a token of my appreciation, I shall overlook your earlier transgression to my person. Right. Head pat. Ah, what a relief. Such a joy to know you filthy pirates will soon be extinct. This I serve a city that will trouble you no longer. How did you do this? No one but me even knew where the key was kept. The only one who could possibly know is... Surely you already know the answer to that. Now I see. I was wondering where she went after leaving Wise. So your domain is where that caster ended up. Do you really not know what one you... Do you really not know what one who left you pitiful nation might be thinking? I'm almost embarrassed for the fool that you are. You know, silly Amazons are both the same, attacking neighboring villages and getting crude violence day and night. What a waste. Why waste such energy to destroy an enemy's state when a single QI will suffice nicely? Huh. Assassin! Wah! Taking on water here. Ah, flash flood. Swallowed up the Hoot. Their entry she will most likely perish.
What about us? How are we going to survive? We've got to get out of here. I'm not going down with Wise if I can help it.
Oh my, that won't do. It seems this form is given to laugh on becoming it for an empress. Let's try that again with elegance and arrogance, just like I practiced. Very well then, Soul. No, I've already got tired of that name. From now on, your name shall be Hunyang, Lost Sheep. You should be honored. It's a rather perfect name, if I do say so myself. After all, when you let me show you the way here without suspecting a thing, you resemble nothing more so much as a foolish little lamb who didn't even realize his own wool was being shown away. Then again, perhaps you would rather I call you Mister like I did earlier? Best Lolly, also from the same country as you? Cool. Soul, you're gonna head out now? You ran out of money. Infinity, I said not to use your money for this! Infinity! But I understand. I'll see you next stream, Infinity. You'll be able to catch all this on the VOD, you know, so if you ever want to sit down for a few hours, you know where to check it, and I will be publishing this on YouTube as well. I might consider doing so again if you prostrate yourself before me. I am in an extremely generous mood right now, after all. Speaking of which, allow me to extend you an invitation to my native city, assuming, of course, that you survive to visit it. You'll be dazzled by how brightly my own city shines. That's a promise. In fact, I demand you come and pay me a visit there, so that you can see for yourself just how wonderful it is. Good luck making your escape, Hunyang. Alright, Infinity, see you next time.
Ha! Don't you worry, Assassin. I'll be sure to take you up on your invitation.
Please focus on escaping first. Hurry, I'll do my best to guide you to safety. Run, run, run. Oh, wow. That was too close. I'm all soaked, but I guess that beats drowning. is almost completely sunken now. It seems it lived up to its legendary perfectly. I hope the men who were being kept prisoner there managed to escape too, but it was so sudden.
Well, that certainly spells the end of Weiss as a threat. If nothing else, they won't be robbing any more men of their freedom.
That's true, at least one of the three powers ruling Agartha is gone now. What's more, we now know that the writer of Weiss was not the demon god pillar. Right, Master pushed her to the brink of defeat. Based on the other patterns we've seen to date, that would have caused her to reveal her true nature if she had secretly been the demon god pillar. There's no reason the pillar would have simply let itself be defeated like that, after all. Some things about her are still puzzling, like there was a mistake, but we can at least infer that it is not at all likely she was the demon god pillar. Just gotta keep looking. Keep moving forward. That's just like you to see the bright side, Senpai. I'll do everything I can to help you too. Fo-fo! Very well then. Where should we head next?
We may as well take the assassin up on our invitation. Besides, we've got to pay her back for using us.
No objections. Alright, our next destination is the Assassin's Domain, the Nightless City. What is going on in Fergus's head? This was wise. A city that sought nothing but momentary happiness for its people, thinking of nothing but taking and discarding what they wanted. It was certainly evil, it was wrong, but its people may still have been happy. Countless nations have been founded across history. Many of them died out, and some still exist today. I have to remember this evil city's governance is one of the possible ways one might rule, one with no class structure and no hierarchy. I'm sure this will serve as a sort of training for my own future as a king. There may not be much of a point in doing so, but since I'm the only servant, I just can't help but thinking about those in those terms. I wonder what the next nation we visit will be like. I'm kind of curious about that too, Fergus. I'm kind of curious about that too. Another quartz down. Section 7? Section 7. To the Nightless City we go. Assassinos. So then, casters. We'll bring Dion. I could bring this squad, but I don't think I will. Casters. I have Sanzang and I have Ilya. You know what? Why not both at this point? Yeah, why not both? Sanzang in one, Ilya in the other. I've never actually used Ilya, so I'm kind of at a blank for how she should be used, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure. Positive. Totally positive. Yeah. Start quest. She needs support? Ilya does? Oh boy.
I can still hardly believe Assassin did something so horrible. I'm glad that the pirates are gone, of course, but she did have to sink the entire city of Weiss to do it. Who knows what we could have done with the place where it's still around. What a waste.
Make me get into a tourist action?
Ha! I like that. Here I am focused on the present, and you're dreaming of plans for the distant future. That's a precious talent in its own right.
Yes, it's one of Senpai's best qualities. No matter how dire things may be, he never fails to examine things new and unusual angles. What do you mean by she needs support? I know she gets a... Either she or Chloe gets strengthening quests later on to help her, but I don't know who.
Ha! You never fail to deliver a truly earnest analysis, young lady. There is certainly never a dull moment with you two.
To give my own earnest answer, if Wise was still around, then yes, perhaps we could have made use of it as a marine headquarters of sorts. I believe you said it before that the lake is connected to nearly every river that flows across Agartha. Given the incredible potential in what could have been transported over water as opposed to land, I cannot help but feel that destruction was a waste.
Still, there's no use crying over spilt milk, or a sunken city, as the case may be. I've already told my resistance allies to explore the ruins of Weiss. They should find several seaworthy vessels. What's more, now that the pirates no longer control the waterways, we're on equal ground with our enemies.
Our optimism is well founded. That's a situation that has certainly taken a turn for the better. After all, we've narrowed down our pool of Demon God Pillar candidates from 3 to 2. We've reduced the number of powers in Agartha. It seems things should be a good deal easier from now on, don't you think?
I'm not so sure. Those women weren't our only enemy. Plenty of other threats remain, like those monsters that attacked our hideout. And while I don't mention it before, there's even a natural disaster of sorts to worry about. We can't go resting easy just because the pirates are gone.
Natural disaster? You mean like earthquakes? That is a scary thought, especially underground. I'd hate to be buried alive.
Depending on the situation, I'm afraid it could be even more dangerous than that. You'll just have to see what I mean for yourselves. Words alone won't really suffice to describe it. There's no telling when it might show up, and should you attempt to spot it yourself, it disappears without a trace almost immediately. It is extremely dangerous, and it makes matters worse. You cannot guard yourself against it. It's impossible to see it coming, so the only thing you can do is run away before you're caught up in it. It is far worse than any mere natural disaster.
How is our NP annoying to use?
Well, anyway, I'm just saying that there's still plenty of danger lurking around out here, so we can't go getting careless. Just forget about this natural disaster thing for now. It's unlikely we'll be running into it anyway.
It's most definitely interesting, Phoenix. It is most definitely interesting, to say the least. I can somewhat see some of the messages they might be trying to fit in here. But, yeah. The hoot is kind of twisted. That's all I've really experienced so far. That was bad, though, was the, City of Wise. And that was just bad. I'm afraid I'm still not quite following, but it sounds like the gist of it is stay alert. Speaking of which, I'm picking up hostiles right in front of you. They look like wild animals. See what it means about there being threats everywhere. Hey, at least they didn't surprise us. That proves Mash is staying alert. Way to go, Mash. Master, I think Mash deserves a double super extra helping of praise while we're preparing to fight. Hey. You look great in glasses, Mash. Oh, I really appreciate the sentiment, Senpai. But I feel terrible getting praise like this while you're busy giving orders for battle. Oh, don't worry, Mash. You always deserve the praise, Mash. Always. City's name is pronounced Ease? It's Ease? Really? That's weird. Okay. Let's start things simple here. And have Sanzang punch one of these in the face. I think that's a good place to start things, is Sanzang punching one of these things in the face. There's a series of Falcom JRPGs that share the name. Ah, that would explain why you know the name. Double Soul Eaters, though, is going to be a little annoying, I feel. Okay. Next up, we work on Ilya and Waver's NPs, I guess? I have honestly never used Ilya before, so yeah. Okay. Ilya Brave Chain sounds like a good idea. Random effects for one ally. Increase NP gain and invincibility. Buster code effectiveness. Use the third skill on herself. Yeah, I've never used Ilya, even though she's max leveled. I max level all my 5-star servants, pretty much. Except for Jack. She is like the only 5-star servant I don't have maxed out. But it was pretty much, I got a 5-star servant. Oh, I might use this someday. Push! So use Suspicious Medicine on herself. Debuff immune. Should I use Cheerful Model Mystic Code as well? I know, I'm a bad master. I haven't been using Ilya. I'm so bad. I should feel ashamed, shouldn't I? The important effect hit. Debuff immune's important? Oh, increase Buster card effectiveness, which increases and deals significant. Decrease it. Oh, okay, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Don't I get bored using the same 5 servants? Not really, because I do kind of switch it up a bit. The servants I do mainly use are Gramps, Kintoki, and MHXA and Tomomo. But I do periodically use my other servants as well. It's just, Ilya, I've never really had a reason to utilize her, because I've got Sun Zong, and Sun Zong's got a much better NP battery. And Sun Zong's skills are admittedly, like, stupidly high as well, so that does have a part to play. Caster gems are very tight for me, so I don't really have the means to level up Ilya's skills, even if I could, if I did use her more. So that's the main issue. And I can't even say she's in the queue for skill ups, since I am planning on getting, or at least trying to get, Cast Nero as well. And Caster Nero is a whole other can of worms. Okay, should I utilize her NP last? If it gives me a detriment to attack and defense, I should use it last, right? That would be the right way to do it. Although, probably could use... If I don't have the servant, I still know how to use them because I can't stand using the same things over and over. Still use the Buster buff? Okay. Alright, Infinity. Just don't drain all your funds, man. But this way, even if I don't have the servant, I still know how to use them because I can't stand using the same things over and over. That is sound logic, Phoenix. That is very sound logic. Ooh, that was a good Buster crit. And I mean, I am planning on mixing things up. Melt is gonna have a lot more presence soon enough. It's just more I need to get her skill stuff. Oh, you've memorized to that extent. Okay, yeah. I haven't really... I should probably... I definitely should know how to utilize my servants more effectively. Belch. Excuse me. It's definitely something I should do. And I mean, to be fair, even though I do know how to use some of the servants I use a ton, I still kind of question if that's the right way to use them sometimes. But, I don't know. I honestly should know how to use all my servants. I'm a bad master that I don't know how to use all my servants, to be completely honest. It's just a lot of the time it's more farming than anything. And I have experimented a bit. I have. Like, a lot of people probably wouldn't use her as it, but I do use MHXA as a somewhat pseudo-support servant, since she has insane crit star gen with her instinct, and she has a way to make sure the crit stars go to a certain servant that I want them to go to. I do know that Shootin and Robin have a good combo squad together, since Robin's NP does more damage to poisoned, Shootin's NP poisons. The only reason you leveled to stealth was because you wanted more variety when farming doors. Yeah, I got plenty of variety that I can use while farming doors. I have Arash, the 2 Santa servants that have been out so far, Shootin, I had more in mind, Lip, and I think that's... I've got 5 I can use. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Shiseiku. It's been a pleasure having you, man. And I do plan on leveling up some of my other AoE servants. Like, I plan on getting Nidocris up there soon. Zerkerlot I got recently. Emmy I could technically farm doors with, but I don't know how well that'll work. And done. You know, that might have been a nice warm-up for what's to come. Ryder, since we're approaching our destination, why don't you tell us about the sort of enemies we'll be facing in the city?
Women of Nightless City are very reserved, unlike the Amazons and pirates. They don't go around hastily attacking the other regions too much, they tend to focus on defending their own land.
Really? But their leader got pretty extreme at ease. Way extreme.
Indeed, which is almost certainly why Dahoot never saw it coming. I certainly wouldn't have. For the Nightless City's ruler to infiltrate enemy territory all on her own and then take out the entire city with a single strike to its one weakness. She is a very model of an assassin in that respect.
It's also possible she intentionally refrained from drawing attention to herself up until now, in order for that plan to work.
True, but now that Ease is gone, there might be some changes taking place across the entire Nightless City. We should start with some careful reconnaissance.
Since we found Drake at Ease, albeit in a somewhat different form than usual, like Fergus. At first I thought we might find one of our other missing servants in the Nightless City. But now I'm fairly certain that whoever its ruler is, she didn't come from Chaldea. Did say something about a caster, though. It's true, she did mention that when speaking to the assassin. So it would seem safe to assume that the Nightless City is home to a caster class servant as well. In which case there's a chance it could be Helena. Regardless, our task is to remain the same. We'll never find out what unless we go there ourselves. Come to think of it, Ryder, do you have any idea as to how many soldiers there are in the city? It'd be nice to know what sort of enemy we're up against ahead of time.
Afraid not, as I said, they mostly kept to themselves so far.
I see. I ask because I still cannot draw my sword against a woman, so hopefully there might be some other sort of opposition there that would let someone like myself be useful. I'm afraid that even after seeing firsthand in Ease what terrible enemies women can be, I still can't bring myself to do battle with them. Well, you know, maybe it's kind of like trying to get over your distaste for Brussels sprouts. You can't just do it at the drop of a hat.
Hang on, I just remembered something. The Resistance once took in a man who escaped from there. He was in such a terrible state we weren't able to get much from him, but the one thing we did learn is that the Nightless City is home to those.
How come you're pointing at the bodies of those beasts we just defeated?
Dogs. He told us the city is full of dogs, though of course I don't know if he meant real dogs or something else altogether.
Oh joy, more of those things. Now you gotta look up the guide for this story chapter, or you could bring Melt and Lip. Melt and Lip is a viable combination. Assassins. And one I will... Oh! No story supports either. I'm free. Free from the shackles that bound me before. Nothing shall stop us now. Nothing. But yeah, you bring a good point. If this is all assassins, then bringing the two alterest of alter egos would not be a bad call. Yeah, that's not a bad call. Alter egos just do super effective damage against all of them, so you know, why not? And where's the other sumo? I gotta start storing some of those hot springs as well. Okay, and then we can swap into Merlin if need be. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's go!